All right, so Miss Downs from Guidance, helping out. So should a prisoner get a second chance and not have to spend their whole life in prison? I said that there's a lot of things that go into that decision. Number one, if a person took a life, then they probably should have to give their life and spend their entire life in prison. I also think, though, that if we had a system of restoring someone back to being capable members of society, we need to make our prisons less of a punishment and more of putting things in place to help them come back to society. The reality is that everybody makes mistakes and that we need to learn from them and be better people for it. And the things that I think that need to be put in place are making sure that they have supports, family supports, that they have jobs to go back to, that they can support themselves. Perhaps they got an education in prison and are able to come back into society and not make the same mistakes. I think our current system is wrought with problems in that we punish people by putting them in jail and give them very little skills and the ability to support themselves when they come out. So it probably makes the recidivism rate even more likely, and they'll come out and commit more crimes after they go to prison. So in a nutshell, yeah, we should give them a second chance. If it's a crime like minor drug crimes and we don't do anything to fix them and to give them skills that they need to better their life, then we're just creating more criminals.
I don't believe that everybody can be rehabilitated. I think it has to do with experiences that they've had and whether they want to be rehabilitated and whether they are willing to put the work in to change their ways that got them into prison to begin with. But I do think that for some, a lot of them made mistakes when they were younger. I watch a lot of Lockup and they have a lot of people that sit in prison and they say, I'm a different person than I was before. But I also think that sometimes, even though they go through the rehabilitation programs in prison, it's different when they're thrown kind of back into the same circumstances again. So I don't really know how I feel about that. I think it applies to some, but not.
Yes, because they served the time that they were meant to serve.
No, because if they messed up once, they're most likely going to mess up again.
No, because if they're in there for most of their life, they most likely committed a major crime.
Yes, because everyone deserves a second chance at life.
Only if they're better people.
No, because criminals are bad people.
I think it depends on the crime.
I think for the most part, it's depending on what you do, but you can make up for what you've done in the past through becoming a better person.
No, because they're in jail for a long time for a reason.
Yes, because if they change, they deserve a second chance and they're ready to pay for their crimes.
Yes, they do deserve a second chance because everybody deserves a second chance.
I think they need another chance. Everyone makes mistakes, but give them a second chance to live,
If it's a pedophile, no.
I think that if they did something bad enough for them to stay in jail for life, they shouldn't have another chance.
Yes, because I guess if they really just change their lives in prison and I guess what they do in prison really is going to affect what they do in society, I feel like they should have a second chance because that's what I think.